Hi everyone. I have a question from a subscriber. Thank you, Donald. He says, I work in a shelter. How do I get a scared, timid dog out of the back of a cage when they don't want to come out? Great question. In order to be able to get the dog out of the cage, the dog has to trust you. And they're going to trust you by you showing them body language that they understand. So if you walk up to a dog and you lean over them and look at them and stare at them, what happens is they're going to turn their head aside. Did you see her turn her head? Because all that direct eye contact is scary. I'll do it again. I'm going to look directly at her. And even though she's wagging her tail, you see her turn her head to the side? And she's saying, what are you doing? This is usually a fun place to be. And now you're making it scary. So you saw her turn her head to the side, flick her tongue. She's still wagging her tail because she's saying, this is a nice place. It always is. But this is what you have to think about. You don't stare at a dog. If you stare at them, you're scaring them. So I turn around. I put my back to my dog. I take a treat in my hand, and I put the hand out, and I see if the dog will come to me. That's the first step. If they won't, and a lot of them won't, then I sit down on the floor, and I have a treat in my hand that I just toss behind me and let them investigate. This takes time. There are people that sit in the front of a cage of a frightened dog, and it takes a long time to get that dog to have enough confidence to come to you. But it takes patience, and it takes sending out the right signals. And that is, don't look at the dog, don't stare at them, don't lean over them. Everything is away from them. Move away from them, sit down on the floor, or stand up and turn your back. Now I'm going to show you with Beezy how I got her to come out of the crate, because Beezy, when she gets in the crate, if you reach in for her, she backs in further. To this day, she'll back in further. So we have a way of getting her out of the crate. So if you want to get a dog out of a crate in the back and they're afraid, you get down, you turn around, you keep your back to the dog. Now you're not going to see my face because I want you to see Beezy. I'm going to put a piece of cheese right on the edge of the crate, and gonna let her come out to the cheese. And as she comes out, she'll be closer to me. This is the way Beezy is when you get her out of a crate. And now with the camera running, she's even more afraid. But I don't want to face her. I keep my back away from her and just let her come out on her own. Now this is what I would do with a dog that's afraid. Make sure you're in a secure location. Good girl. And just let them come out so that they're out of the cage. Then if you have to get a leash on them, at least they're coming out. Bees, come on, Bees. Oh, good girl. So when Beezy comes out, I can pet her. I can hold her. But you see, she's not happy. So I always let Beezy go out of the crate on her own. But this is what Beezy does. So I deal with this every day, especially when the camera's on. Good girl, Beezy. Good girl. Talking to her. All the body language that I've tried with other dogs. See, this is real life. This is Beezy at her. What she does, she has to come on her own. The dog that's really timid and doesn't want to come out of a crate, I would put a thunder shirt on them, give them a little bit of time to shake off, and I would put the cheese down and let them come out for the cheese. So one game we play is find it, and I take a treat and I toss it on the floor and I tell Beezy to find it. And this brings her out of the crate pretty easily sometimes. This is really one of the worst because she is terrified of the camera. And so we're combining her fears with the camera. So for her to be standing here eating chicken while the camera's running is a big improvement. So this is what I live with every day. This is Beezy, totally different than Nikki. Now, but you can see how the Thunder Shirt has helped. She's come out further. So you can see Beezy's really a sweet dog. Thunder Shirt helped. So we got her out of the crate. She comes to me. She jumps up. She does all those things. It's just that this is her. And she is afraid. So we do a lot of turning our back and not forcing it. We can't force it with Beezy. So I know what you're doing if you're if you're working with a dog that is afraid. But just keep working, be patient, keep your back to the dog, don't look at them, and when they start to come towards you, let them make the first initiative. I hope this has helped, Donald. This is what I live with every day. So remember, it takes time, it takes patience. Sit down at the front of the cage and wait for the dog to come to you. Please remember, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. And leave me a comment about how you've helped a scared, timid dog gain confidence and gain your trust. Bye from Joyce at Diamond Dog Training. Bye-bye.